Jay, and this my hetero life mate, Silent Bob.
Hello everyone, the December review here. Kevin Smith is back in his wheelhouse with another adventure of our favorite stoner hacks, Jay and Silent Bob. After touring with the film last year, it's now officially available for the masses to rent or buy. Does it live up to the View Askew universe standards we all know and love? It sure does, and then some. I'll start off by saying this, that after only one viewing, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot has already placed high on my list of Kevin Smith films. Being a fan of most of his previous work, this one took all that was great before and combined it together into a cohesive, very funny movie. I'll try not to spoil any of the big surprises here, as they are many, but it's tough to discuss the film without getting into some of the fun and exciting cameos, so consider this minor spoilers from here on out. The plot, as it was, sees our two knuckleheads busted for selling weed at the old video store next to Quick Stop. Well, it's been converted to a fast food cover-up location. While in front of the judge, an early and extremely well put together piece featuring a lovely spot by Justin Long reprising his Zack and Miri character, the two get off on the pot charges but end up signing away their legal rights to their Jay and Silent Bob names. They find out that Blunt Man and Chronic, based off of them, is getting a movie reboot, and it's off to the races to once again stop the production. If that sounds familiar, it should. Seeing as this itself is a riff on the reboot craze, the film is essentially Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but this time much more focused and I dare say even grown up. So before the trip can begin, the duo make a stop at Jay's former girlfriend, Justice Falcon, once again played by Shannon Elizabeth. Here, we find out that she had kept secret a love child from their previous rendezvous. The perfectly named Millennium Falcon, or Millie for short, played by Kevin Smith's real-life daughter, Harley Quinn Smith. Jay, Bob, Millie, and a few of her friends then find themselves on an adventure to California to the Blunt Man and Chronic Comic-Con, with Jay sworn not to tell Millie he is her father. So that's the basic plot, and it plays out as you would expect for the most part. There are multiple, and I mean the film is littered with walk-ons and cameos by a ton of past Kevin Smith characters. In a very welcome surprise, the film can be taken as a sequel to Chasing Amy. Clerks, Mallrats, and yes, Dogma get major and repeated beats throughout the film as well. But none of it comes off like a retread or lazy. Quite the opposite, as each familiar person or remembrance helps build the story to its conclusion. There are a few new characters as well, as they pop in and out seamlessly, all the while standing funny on their own. Fred Armisen is a hoot as an Uber-type driver, and Molly Shannon drops in as an airline receptionist. Think Edie McClurg in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but in that Kevin Smith way. Where Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back had all these things as well, the main difference here is that the majority of jokes work. Yes, there is a lot of pop-ins, but they all serve the story versus just being on screen for the sake of it. In Strike Back, I feel like some of the crazy throw it against a wall and see what stick jokes were a bit distracting. Here, it's toned down just enough to where it flows much better and it's funnier for it. Add in the fact that the film is littered with current reboot puns, nepotism jokes, and Kevin also gets to play Kevin Smith. It feels very modern in a universe paved by its past. The biggest thing here though, and the reason I instantly enjoyed it as much as I did, is the film has heart. There are multiple scenes between Millie and Jason talking and dodging the father and daughter situation. Both actors tear up on screen more than once. Harley Quinn is the star of this film. No easy feat considering the cast, but she does an amazing job conveying her troubles as someone who grew up without a father. There are multiple touching scenes and it really took me by surprise. It's not that Kevin hasn't shown this side before, Jersey Girl and Chasing Amy both have it, but I didn't expect it in a Jay and Silent Bob pun fest. Jason Mewes and Harley Quinn's chemistry is spot on and a lot of time is devoted to their relationship, and the film is better for it.
Take us to Hollywood with you?
Fuck no, man! It's a tough-ass neighborhood.
Either you take us to Hollywood, or I stab you both to death on my own front fucking lawn!
This is the grown-up Jay and Silent Bob film only a grown-up Kevin Smith could make. There are plenty of the old-school juvenile jokes we have all come to expect and enjoy, but the film has more to say this time around. It begins and ends where it all started. Quick stop. It's nostalgic and paves new ground in this universe. It's funny and touching. It's one of Kevin Smith's best works. I give Jay and Silent Bob Reboot 9 out of 10 Snoochie Boochies.